Unfiltered Improv, full-flavored comedy from Toledo and beyond. Hey, hello, and welcome to another episode of Unfiltered. We're going to bring you some improvised comedy. Have no idea what improvised comedy is? We don't either. We're just making it up as we go along. Tonight's players are Paul Bergman, Mark Holliday, Greg Schmitz, Brandon Dupler, Emily Garrow, Bonnie Schmitz, Josh Kaiden, and yours truly, Robin Molly. Our first game tonight is called I Couldn't Have Done It Without. The way this game works is we will pass along praise and appreciation. Thanks for all the wonderful things that we couldn't have done without each other. All right, to get started, Josh, let me give you a suggestion of cough drops.
Well, Mark, I just want to thank you for performing the Heimlich on me the other night when I choked. It was really my own fault for downing several handfuls of lemon eucalyptus cough drops all at once. I just figured if one is good, more is better. But you really saved my life, even though you did take out the old woman across the room when they projectile shot out of my mouth. So thank you so much, Mark.
You're welcome. I couldn't have done that without Paul. He taught me how to aim while giving the Heimlich maneuver. I got a bronze medal in the 1984 Winter Olympics, so thank you, Paul.
You're welcome, Mark. And aiming is one of the most important things that one can do in life. And I got taught aiming from Robin because she is a professional archer whose only rival is the Marvel Universe's Hawkeye. So her aim and her training of me in her aim combined with Heimlich maneuver helped you save Josh's life and take out people in the process.
Well, you're welcome for teaching you how to aim. You know, my love of archery is actually something that I need to thank Brandon for. Brandon got me into archery when we had all of those possums move into my backyard. And we tried to catch them with live traps. We tried to befriend them. We tried to just start our own army of possum pals. And when none of these solutions, these peaceful solutions worked, Brandon came in and just one at a time picked them off with arrows. And I was so awestruck that I knew that archery was going to be my new passion from that point on. So thank you, Brandon.
Robin, I cannot take any of this credit. All credit goes to Greg. See, Greg taught me an East Coast term called fluffernutter. Fluffernutter basically means that you fake it until you make it. I didn't know how to shoot a bow and arrow. I just was taught by Greg that if you have enough confidence in your abilities, even if you have no idea what you're doing, just take that weapon and just start shooting at random marsupials and, let the arrows fly as they may.
Well, that's really nice that you said that, Brandon, but I honestly could not have done any of that without the help of Emily. You mentioned confidence, Brandon, and Emily was the first person to ever con me. She took approximately $47,000 from my savings account. She said she could double it overnight. Still haven't seen it, but I think the lessons learned are worth the cost of admission when you're talking about Emily here. And I just want to thank her for teaching me that lesson.
Oh, thank you. All your money is currently tied up in a crypto-based fungible. And I'm just waiting on that payout, but I wouldn't have learned what I learned about various finances, financial maneuverings, and unsavory dealings if it hadn't have been for Bonnie, who was cashing her dead grandma's Social Security checks the whole time I was sleeping on her couch. She might have been trying to kill me to get my Social Security checks, but it didn't work, and we just became friends after that.
Yeah, I mean, thanks. You're welcome. I was trying to kill you, but thankfully it didn't work out because we're friends now. It's great. But, I would never have fully known how to scam the government without the help of Josh. Josh is he is God, my brain is broken right now. Josh is a conspiracy theorist and doesn't allow the government to touch any of his money. So he's just found different systems for storing cash, getting cash, never really worked a day in his life. So, I really took my inspiration from him.
Mm-hmm. You are so welcome, Bonnie. And I have to say, I'm so glad that someone appreciates the way that I have the possums take care of my money for me so I can keep it out of the human banking system. So, and, they really are possum pals. They're not just animals out there. So,
I'm so glad somebody finally found something productive to do with all those possums. Besides for eating all of the pests and being immune to rabies. Possums really get a bad rap. Anyways, I could have done it without. We're gonna pass things over to Josh to host our next game.
Great. Our next game is called Foursquare. Our players will be Robin, Paul, Greg, and Emily. The way this game works is each pair will be given a suggestion and they will perform a scene based on that suggestion. We will rotate through the various scenes. So to get us going, for Robin and Paul, can I get a suggestion of a song title?
Never Gonna Give You Up.
Never Gonna Give You Up. Thank you. For Paul and Greg, can someone tell me the least edible thing in your house?
My shoe.
My shoe. Thank you. For Greg and Emily, wonderful location.
Disney World.
Disney World. She didn't hear me say wonderful, but all good. Disney World. And for Emily and Robin, a shenanigan you might get up into.
Graffitiing a train.
Graffitiing a train. Okay, let's
proper
rotate back through and hear those suggestions again. Robin and Paul.
Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna give you up.
Paul and Greg.
Shoe.
My shoe.
Greg and Emily.
Disney World.
Disney World.
And Emily and Robin.
Graffiti the
Graffiti
train.
a train.
Okay, let's go back to Robin and Paul and take it away.
Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna
You're
break
gonna-
up with you.
You're gonna have to.
No,
It's
I'm
your
not.
turn. It's your turn to do the
To-
breaking up. I broke up with you last time.
Oh, I know, but I think we should try to work it out this time.
No. If you don't break up with me, we're gonna have to stay together, and we know that that's not a good thing for the long term. We're only good if we break up and then get back together.
I know, and we've done it 450 times, but I'm tired of it.
But you've got to admit, our regular sex is lousy, but our makeup sex is great.
Wait, what? Our regular sex is lousy? It's good for me.
Look, Barry, you're a valued customer at Foot Locker, but you can't keep asking for 9 5/8 shoes. Just wear 9 1/2s.
The 9 1/2s aren't big enough, Joseph.
Okay,
You know
Barry,
that.
You say this every time. I've seen you wear 9 1/2s. I've seen you wear 10s. Granted, the 9 1/2s might be a little snug, but 10s are fine. Like they're not
The
wiggling
10s
around on your feet.
The 10s are swimming on me. I'll walk out the thing and they'll be off by the time I'm, down the main, whatever you call it, pathway of the mall.
See, this brings up something else that I wanted to talk to you about. You're not supposed to go swimming in sneakers.
What?
Honey, I'm sorry the log ride scared you. But maybe something else you'd like to go on? wouldn't be so scary?
I hate things that are shaped like cylinders.
Oh, this is really bad. Honestly, off the top of my head, I'm not really thinking of any non-cylindrical rides. This is tough. I wish we would have thought about this before we booked this vacation, but
even the food is a cylinder. You tried to give me a hot dog and I had a panic attack. I was hyperventilating.
yeah, and I'm really sorry that you had to drink that soda out of one of those square styrofoam things instead of a cup.
I was losing it. I was hyperventilating into the mouth of the Mickey Mouse.
So therapy's not going great then, hun?
Oh no, this is much better progress.
Okay.
This is a world away from where I was last year.
I guess we got you out of the house, so that's good.
I'm out of the house, and these circles, I can see them menacing me. But I'm above it now.
Rotate.
I'm not letting. If you want to be cool, you gotta make a gang sign. If you want to be cool, I think that's a gang sign. I don't know that many gang signs. I just wrote the square train guys. You just don't give a hoot about what I think, do you? It makes me pretty cool. All right, tough guy. Pretty tough. You're pretty tough. Oh, you're doing like a whole art thing. I was just writing my own name on stuff. Which, in retrospect, probably isn't great.
Rotate.
Nope, not gonna do it. Not getting back together with you.
Come on.
No,
Please.
I'm better off on my own.
No.
I'm
we
enjoying reading.
Reading?
Yes.
That sounds boring.
No,
You might as well be listening to improv on the radio. Come on, you know we only break up so that we can get back together for the sweet, sweet makeup sex.
I know,
I need
but
my
you hurt.
makeup sex.
You hurt my feelings by saying that the regular sex wasn't as good, and now I'm just self-conscious about the making up sex, so I can't do it. I just can't go through with it. It's weird, I know.
What if I got you a book to read about it?
Oh, okay.
They've got lots of books you can read about it. I've got this one here. It's the pop-up Kama Sutra. It has pictures. Look.
Ooh. I don't know if I can get into that position.
And
Nobody
rotate.
can.
Barry, thank God you came back. We just got a shipment in. You are not going to believe this. They are waterproof.
Yeah.
9 5/8
Yeah.
soccer shoes.
Yes. I don't play soccer though, but that's okay.
You always have to find something to complain about, Barry.
I'm just saying, no, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I don't play soccer, but I'll take the shoes.
This is why we don't let you fill out the customer surveys anymore.
And rotate.
Okay, honey. So, okay, you're doing okay. You're standing really close to that telephone pole.
I just gotta stare this sucker down.
And just remember what Dr. James said. He said it can't hurt you, remember?
He said, "Get out of my office." I have a taser.
Right, but before that, before he got violent, remember?
I remember. He said, cylinders are just a shape, sweetie. You're going to be fine.
Yeah, and then he got his gun out and was waving it around. I don't know what was going on with him that day, but
that was the whole thing. I just needed some therapy. It
We
was
really-
late at night, I guess, in retrospect. He didn't know that was me.
yeah, and we did sneak into his
loving it.
basement, but we were having a crisis. I mean, you know,
We
you saw
were
a roll
having
of
a crisis.
you saw a roll of quarters on my desk and you just lost it.
I still wonder sometimes if you're having an affair. I don't know how the quarters factor into it. Like maybe you're washing your disgusting laundry at a laundromat to wash off the stink of another woman's perfume. I don't know.
Definitely not doing that.
And rotate.
Oh.
There. It's done. It's a portrait of you.
I didn't know I was so ugly, but you did a really good job.
It's not you on the outside, it's you on the inside. Just kidding, Emily. I think
okay,
you're a
that
beautiful
was
person inside and out.
It's all good.
I'm gonna hand things back over to Robin now to host our next game.
This game is called Battle Scene. The way it works is we have 4 players that will be split up into teams of 2. We'll have Josh and Mark and Bonnie and Brandon. They will be doing scenes in the same location, but separate of each other. We'll bounce back and forth between those 2 scenes a little bit while we get to know them and what's going on. And then I will call Battle Scene and we'll have them seamlessly merge. They are 2 scenes together without even trying. It'll just come together seamlessly in one big battle scene. All right, to get started for our players, can we get a suggestion of a location that's relatively large enough to have, multiple locations within that location?
Rest stop. Like
A rest stop. That's a great suggestion. Okay, our suggestion is rest stop. We'll start with Josh and Mark. Take it away.
Thank you for
Harvey.
stopping. Oh, thank you for stopping. I really needed a rest.
I'm so happy to stop, Harvey. And I feel like this way you can buy me one of those fancy hot dogs you're always going on about.
Yeah, sure, Grandma. I'll definitely get you one of those hot dogs.
with all the fixings, please.
Fixings and trimmings.
Oh, you spoil me rotten, Harvey. You're such a delightful grandson.
Thanks, Grandma Bev. I just wanted to, take you on this trip. I don't know, how long you're going to be around for. And I want to make sure we get to spend as much time together as possible.
Oh, well, why would you bring up my mortality?
You're 114, Grandma.
I am, but I plan on living at least another 25 years. My main plan is to outlive you.
Grandma, I don't think that's realistic unless you were to do something terrible to me, which you would never do.
Oh, no. I would never.
Switch.
Hank, I got only one more of those hot dogs I'd like to lift.
One more hot dog there, Frank?
Just one. I'll let you have it though.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. You can pass the mustard, please.
You're not supposed to be having mustard. You're not.
Now, don't go doing this now, Frank. We've been traveling for how many miles, how many days? Doing our little motorcycle grown man, middle-aged thing. I can have whatever type of saucy seed concoction I want. Don't go withholding the mustard from me now. We've gone this far.
I just know what your wife would say.
Oh, my wife is a saucy seed.
Switch.
Now, Harvey, I would never, of course, intentionally do anything that might lead you to your demise before mine.
Grandma, I think you've gone crazy in the search for this, eternal fountain that'll keep you young. I was going to Florida to go to Disney World, but I think I saw your pamphlet on the fountain of youth.
Well, it's that or have myself frozen. But if you could just bend over and pick up, I dropped my top teeth over there. If you could just grab those for me.
Oh, Grandma, here, I'll pick those up. There we go.
Whack!
Oh!
Switch.
I've been meaning to talk to you about something. Your wife.
Yes. What do you have to tell me about Clarice?
I screwed her.
That makes total sense. Yeah, I get it.
Saucy. Hard to resist.
I know it's that she has that stadium brought, aura to her. Sauerkraut mustard.
Never ketchup.
No. In college, my college days, I had a thing for mayonnaise, but I grew out of that. Spoils too easily. Nice sauerkraut, mayonnaise, mustard, that lasts forever. Unless
Sure
my
does.
best friend that I'm on my middle-aged motorcycle road trip with decides maybe he wants to dip his sausage in that sauerkraut mustard, huh?
And battle scene.
Grandma, they're out of hot dogs. I can't believe it. These two middle-aged men on a motorcycle trip. They must have ate the last
Harvey.
one.
You've learned not to disappoint me by this point, Harvey.
Sorry, Grandma. I'm sorry.
Beverly, Miss Mayonnaise of Massachusetts.
How'd you know my
1987.
How'd you know my grandma's name?
Oh, I'd never
That's
forget
right,
Miss Mayonnaise
I
of
was
Massachusetts.
Miss Mayonnaise of Massachusetts in 1986. That's entirely true. I glistened with it.
Oh my God, that's disgusting, Grandma.
Your grandmother signed my first calendar ever had hanging up in my shop.
Calendar? What?
Oh yeah, she was
kind
on
of
that calendar, spread like a jar of Hellmann's.
Oh my God.
Scene. Oh my goodness. I'm never going to be able to eat mayonnaise again. Let's pass things over to Josh to host this last game.
Okay, our final game of today's show is pickup lines. I will give our players a location where it might be a little odd to try to pick someone up, but hey, in this day and age, anything's better than online dating, right? So, for example, if I gave them a farm, then they might offer a pickup line like, "Oh, of all the sheep in this place, I knew there was something special about you." Or some other great
man.
pickup line that's going to work well for them. So, players, to get us started, how about the recycling center? Recycling center.
Hey, baby, I'd like to reuse some of your rubber.
Oh,
I might look a little beat up, but I'm still good for something.
I'd like to get together with you and mix the green glass with the clear glass.
I'm a number 3, which means I can go again and again and again and again.
you're destroying the environment, but luckily I like toxic people.
I'll give you, hey, baby, I'll give you 10 cents for your can.
Go green. I don't know why it's green either, but it is.
Did you collect all your cans by digging through other people's recycling bins too?
Okay, how about a greenhouse? A greenhouse.
Is it hot in here? Or is it just you?
I'd like to plant some roots down next to you.
I like to plant my seed in your soil.
Baby, without you, I'm like the ozone layer with a giant hole in it.
And baby, can I stick this in your giant ozone hole?
This greenhouse is steamy and full of marijuana, just like me.
Hey, baby, I'd like to throw a rock through your window.
I just can't help but generate fossil fuels when I'm around you.
About a concert hall. A concert hall.
When it comes to loving you, I'm the first chair.
I would wait in line for you like I would for this bathroom.
Let me show you my conductor skills. It's all in the wrist.
You should know your worth like this $6 water bottle.
Please, no talking during the performance.
Ooh, I love the acoustics of your lips.
Being with me is just like a concert, loud and crowded.
This floor isn't the only sticky thing around here.
And finally, players, the Grand Canyon. The Grand
Oh.
Canyon.
Oh,
You want to rent a couple of donkeys and see how far down this thing we can get?
You know, it's funny they call this the Grand Canyon because all I can see from here are your Tetons.
Some might say this is too big, but I say it's just big enough.
I can't wait to be gazing over the South Rim.
You know, the Grand Canyon. That's what I call my vagina.
oh, Lord.
I would like to run my Colorado River right through you.
Relationship.
You every time I'm here because they can fit so many people up in there.
A relationship with me is just like the Grand Canyon. Years and years, I'll erode away all the will you have to survive.
And on that cheery note, wrap up yet another show.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Unfiltered, bringing you some improvised comedy right here on Homegrown Toledo Creatives. Hey, you know what? We'll be back again in a couple of weeks. We hope you tune in again then. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Unfiltered Improv, full flavored comedy from Toledo and beyond. Hosted by Robin Molly and Josh Kynan. Editing